Lady. Say hi. Hi, 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 hi. Okay, start you. Okay, guys, so quick one today. Put you up here. Oop, that's, you just went along for a fall. Hold on. Still working. Okay, cool. Okay, so we had like just some quick ones here real quick. And kind of take you along for a day of what we do when we're not in here. So, had our dog for about a week. She's fit in real well. She's doing great. Like she'd been here forever. Let me just get started with this. First thing is this Lovetree Safari Vest. Good sale. Picked it up for $2. We sent out an offer for $15.20. It was accepted. So that's Lovetree sells pretty decent for us. These cassette holders seem to be doing real well for us too. Different shapes, different sizes, but people like these old cassette holders. We paid around $1 for this. Went for $20 on an offer. Next was a wrestling DVD. I picked up TNA Best of the X Division. It was still sealed, so that's why I grabbed it. It was like $1, I think, and sold for $18.99. Brand new Uno cards, vintage old stock, still sealed. Paid around $1 for those also, and they sold for $14. And there was a bunch of these from '79. One was unused scorecards, which I didn't even know existed. So that's a good one. Next was some vintage '60s Ken and Barbie. Barbie's had her hair cut. So, but anyway, we threw them up. Took $15 offer because we bought them for nearly nothing. Next was a pickup my wife found. It's called Ball Player Clark the Clown. These are Willow Ray Studio. And then there was Ball Player and Children. I don't know. And then this, I guess that's supposed to be a child. Never mind. Yeah. It reminds me of the Home Alone 2, right? Lost in New York? Yeah, when the lady in the park that fed all the pigeons. So, the bird lady. That's what that reminds me of. Other than that, we had a couple others that were smaller. Nothing big. But that's kind of where that is. Of course, 4th of July is over. Lady, you need to go inside. So let Lady in with my wife. Come on, Lady. Let's go in. Come on. Let's go get you inside. Come on. Yeah, so 4th of July was decent here. We're at the age now we don't do fireworks. We like to watch fireworks. So, Lady, come on. We didn't even set out and watch fireworks very much this year. So, come on, Lady. There you go. Good girl. So that was, interesting. Now, as my granddaughter gets older, that'll probably change. Seeing her face light up and stuff. It's just going to be really cool this year because she'll be 1 this month. And she'll, start getting into Halloween, Christmas, which I absolutely love. And so, 4th of July rolls around, she'll be almost 2 next year. So that, it all could change. So, and that my son is buying a house out in the country, which will make it even nicer. Here's a little garden my oldest son started. Look at the size of that sunflower. Anyway, he's got corn growing up in here. Of course, he's got some marigolds to help with insects. He's got sweet potatoes coming in, tomatoes. And we don't have a big yard, so he just made do with what he could. He's also going to plant some pumpkins for me. Because he knows I love pumpkins and Halloween. So, but yeah, there's a rose bush. Our other one got ran over. The neighbor hired somebody to mow their yard, and they ran over our other rose bush. Looked very similar to that. But the other one kind of is like a headstone for where we buried our cat when she passed away. So, hold on just a second. Let me show you what else him and my wife have been up to. They have been planting flowers and just garden all the way around the house, which is nice. So we are in Hutchinson, Kansas here. We got some ferns. Did that because that reminded us of Maine when we went out there. Got some beautiful flowers popping up though. I don't know if you guys can see. There's that one. These are cool too. Yeah, all kinds of flowers along the side. Also helps keep the soil. We've got some more beauties here. This one's pretty awesome. I just saw a bee. I was going to film. Never mind. But anyway, yeah, we got herbs. There's all kinds of stuff going on up here that they have done. Yeah, here's more of that. Gorgeous. These things are really pretty too. Yeah. Other than that, that's kind of what we got. This is kind of our neighborhood here. Yep. You know, the warehouse is back in the alley. So that's where we do most of our work, our packaging, inventory. That listing we do inside because it's not AC out here. You know, we bought one of those little portable units that you set inside, but it's not big enough, so we're either gonna have to buy another one or save the money and buy one of those dual, like Mitsubishi and them make them, you hang up on the wall. And that might be nice because then we can insulate the garage on the other side too, where we park the cars. And we could, here, I'll show you. Like this is all insulated in here. They insulated all this. There's a window there and we need to insulate that, or thought about buying a window unit also, which might help, or just close it in. This is where we would spend most of our money. I'd like to put the ceiling finished on there and then insulate the whole top, spray foam it in there. Of course we'll have to put some vents in, but if we can do that and put a split unit, put the bigger one over here, the small one on the other side, then we can use this for get-togethers too. All this will be cleared out. I got to go through and get all this organized. I'm going to cut all the boxes down and stack them. That way I got more space, and then I can actually build a rack and put all my holiday decorations in that corner. So more of that later when I have time to actually do it. So alright guys, this is just kind of a quick short one. I guess I'll see you on the next one.